And shot in the booty hole.
I'm coming to protect your booty hole.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
What is going on, everyone? Grippin here, coming at you with some Chaac gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about Chaac. Is he too strong in Rogue Company? Does he need a nerf? Let's head over and check it out. So for a little context here, we are going to run through Chaac's kit to kind of give an idea of where I'm coming from with this video. Then we're going to jump back up top and talk about it. So Chaac has a speed of 2, which is your normal average speed. He also has a toughness of 5, which makes him an absolute monster on the battlefield, right? He has access to SMGs and shotguns. Of course, all the pistols are hot swappable, so it is what it is. Melee, same thing. He has access to Semtex and flashbangs. Also, his ability allows you to either revive yourself when you go down, or you overheal for a very substantial amount of health. I think it's like 185 or something like that if you haven't taken any damage. On the perk side of the world, he has access to Tenacity and Energized at a legendary level. He has Life Drain, Replenish, and Stalker at an epic level. He has access to Gadgeteer, Shredder Rounds, and Berserker at a rare level. So Chaac is very, very, very well stacked, to say the least. Him having a toughness of 5 and a speed of 2 makes him one of the fastest, most dangerous characters on the battlefield just by default. Just by the speed and toughness system, it already puts him in a class above everybody else. Then when you factor in his ability, whenever he is in a gunfight or whenever he is ready to push an objective, he can pop his ability, he can get that overheal, and with toughness, he can take a ton of damage. Just absorb that damage. It basically makes him Anvil, but better in a lot of capacity, right? With his perk set, he has access to Life Drain, which is going to allow him to get 40 HP back. So 40 HP doesn't sound like a lot right out of the gate, but whenever this dude is running at you, yelling at you, and just doing everything he can to end your existence, it is a lot that is going to be refunded back to him whenever you engage in an active team fight situation. Also, having access to shotguns and SMGs, it of course doesn't afford him that long range opportunity like some of the other rogues do, but he doesn't have to worry about that because he can close that gap so quickly with his speed not being restricted, and also with his ability and his toughness. He's going to get to you before he goes down, and he's going to empty some bullets into you before that actually happens. And then they give him Energized at a legendary, which just allows his ability to come back that much faster. His ability already has a 65-second cooldown, so if you get that, that's going to get it back significantly faster than it currently does just at base. Then with Replenish, he doesn't have to stop shooting. He doesn't have to stop shooting ever again. Shredder Rounds, Gadgeteer, and Berserker is good just to kind of have in your back pocket there. And of course, Tenacity at Legendary just denies any type of sticky or explosion unless they upgrade those gadgets to do more damage. So he's just going to be a bullet sponge for that duration that his overheal is happening. He is just an absolute bullet sponge that in the right hands can get in and just completely upset the enemy team, even though that they're positioned correctly and they're in good spots to be able to take this fight that's coming towards them. He just upsets that entire balance. I think that Chaac needs something kind of adjusted with him, right? Because having a speed at 2 and a toughness at 5, that's fine. Having the ability that gives you that much HP, that's fine. But Replenish and Life Drain, that's absolutely insane. Having those, even if they're at an epic level, having those is absolutely insane. And I think that he would probably benefit better, in my opinion, if he had access to a couple of different perks there. So something such as Tracker Rounds. I think that he would benefit tremendously from Tracker Rounds. And it wouldn't make him completely overpowered because you would be able to get in there, you'd be able to just spray and pray, dump bullets, but it would still reveal those enemies, and it would still let your team know exactly where those enemies are located, as he's causing massive amounts of damage in the enemy's front line right there. Also, another perk that I think that he could possibly benefit from, and I know that a lot of people would probably think that this is a little bit OP, but I think that he would benefit from this very significantly, is Blaster. I think that him having access to Simtex allow him to get into those positions, and most of the time Chaacs are just going to chunk their grenades wherever they can. Whether they get that down with it, whether they do any damage is what it is. It's more or less like a back away from me, you know, a area creator, a space creator whenever he pushes into an objective. And if they gave him Blaster, then that would allow him to do that a little bit more successfully. It would increase his survivability indirectly, right? Or directly, I guess. It would increase his survivability directly to him, because if you throw it into a position to where that enemy has to back off and they don't have line of sight of you, it's going to help you. It's going to decrease the amount of damage that you're taking from one direction, and it gets them off of you long enough that you can kind of turn and you can focus on the targets that are actually firing at you. And I don't think that that would break him much at all. I think that what that would do was allow him to be more successful at what his job is. It wouldn't break him, but it would also remove a couple of problem perks from his kit to make him a little bit more balanced, to make him a little bit more reasonable to deal with. Chaac is a fantastic character. He's very fun to play. He's very hard to master in some capacities, just for the fact that, like, you do have to know when to pop that ability. You do have to know when to push. And whenever you start stacking in flashbangs, Simtex, and then either shotguns or submachine guns on top of that, if you know what you're doing and if your team's coordinated, he can get in, he can secure downs, he can disrupt the team, and then he can create so much chaos at one small little burst that it just allows your team to get the upper hand. But be sure to let me know what you think of Chaac in the comments down below. Do you feel like Chaac is absolutely broken? Do you think that he needs anything to bring him a little bit more in line to where the other rogues are? Or do you think that he's fine where he is? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you've already subscribed, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
You didn't say the magic word.
Man, she's got a great throw.
They're just sitting on that one, sitting on the box. Yep.
Stuck him.
He's literally above him. Yeah.
One coming up.
Dude, oh, how? How? Right. Oh! Well, I deserve that. Well, that's your
You
problem.
fucking motherfucker.
It ain't got no gas. That's your problem right there.
Let me pick this devotion up. Let's see what this thing do.
Challenge it. Wow, okay. Fucking miss, I can shoot shots from a mile away.
Oh, behind me, you motherfucker. Wow.
I didn't die!
You almost did.
Yeah, I know. That's what I made out.
Oh!
Dude, no effing way I missed that. That should have been at least a crack shot. One!
He's coming up behind it.
Well, I'm dead, because... Just... Get the fuck. Get the...
Doing you laugh.
Tink, tink, tink. You don't want the smoke, kid.
There's several over there.
Coming to you, Corey? Yeah. Yeah. I got a flashbang.
Here we go.
Nice work, team. Checks in the mail.
Need help.
We got ourselves a transformer here. What?
You see
I
where
can
he's
hit my
leaving
shots.
California?
Wahlberg is?
Yeah, dude, he's like, I'm leaving. I don't. This is not a good place for my kids to grow up. I'll go give them a life. It's like, salute. Man, he's loaded now.
Yeah.
That Dallas picture, that's an avatar or a spray?
I think it's a spray. I wish it was an avatar. It would make it better.
Oh, I was going to swap it. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, right.
appreciate the avatar, guys.
Yeah.